Hi, Mr. Leo.
All right, thank you everyone for coming on this third KLYSTAR The Game Zoom. So we have on the KLYSTAR side, we have my partner Andrea Wen and myself, and then we have Shrikant and his team of developers, which I appreciate it. So previously I sent you a draft of the concept of what I believed the video game should you know premise, and it should be similar theme to the KLYSTAR movie, which I heard you watched the trailer, which my wife made, so you can see how talented she is. And I've heard that you also watched the documentary movie, The Man Who Made God, and I relay a lot of information to you as well, which I shared on the Google Share Drive as well, which you sure have access to. So Shrikant, I'll hand it over to you to give us an update of what you're proposing, the conceptualization for KLYSTAR The Game. So over to you, sir. Thank
Yeah, thank you, Ling. Thank you. So, well, Sanjay, could you please take off from here and can share the document which we discussed and which we prepared, and run you through the document so that we can have a one-to-one questionnaires if we can get any kind of suggest questions from Leong end, so we can able to answer them.
Okay, I've given you sharing rights, so you should be able to share your document. Thank you.
Yes, Sanjay, please over to you.
Okay.
So all the way, Sanjay.
All right, we see your screen now. Thank
Just a second. I'm just coming back. So, hi, Mr. Leong. Hi, Andrea. So, I have seen your WhatsApp text snippet that you have mentioned few details on that. So, based on that, we have discussed Atmia and Srikanth with our team. We have discussed how to elaborate, how to visualize this particular project or game to make it outside. So mainly, we thought that our motive is to transforming gameplay into spiritual. Okay, so where we include some kind of spiritual puzzles in the gameplay while the Leo, the character, starts the game, we will include few spiritual puzzles based on different texts and everything. So based on that, I have prepared these things. And coming to exploring the mechanics of twin universes. So, based on the snippet, the documentation, and the book that you have written, we have taken few synopses on that. So, twin universes, reality shift, entropy role, mirror realities, cosmic implications, and philosophical questions. So these things are mainly the Leo is a character where he travels through different parallel universes. So he only, I mean, influenced by entropy. So that concepts we have projecting on this particular slide and exploring the intersection of science and spirituality. Science meets spirituality, belief versus skepticalism, and
Sanjay,
interdisciplinary insights.
Sanjay, sorry for the interruption.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Liang, like, you have any questions for slide one or slide two, so that we can have a one-to-one discussion about individual slides, so that you can have a clear understanding what kind of
Yeah,
mode.
right now, no. I think I like like I said, the play on the duality, the essence between science and spirituality. So I think that is a good play. The yin yang philosophy. So I like that premise. Obviously, how we develop that into a game, we have to go into detail. As I mentioned to you in my original concept, we will have like your typical kill game video where they're killing mutated beasts, but this may be a better approach. So instead of your usual, violence and shooting animals and things that which may not be. So I think I prefer this approach, more philosophical, more educational content, and more content than the typical violent, killing animals or other humans, which was originally my concept. But I think I like this premise better. But I'll listen to it, and then if Andrew and I have questions, which I'm sure we will have, we'll ask those at the end. But we'll let Sanjay finish his presentation. So thank you.
Thanks, Jen. Please,
Yes,
Sanjay,
thanks,
go ahead.
Leon. Thanks. And mainly, we need to put the realism in the game design. So enhanced realism, physical accuracy, visual details, character movements, and environment interactions. So these are the five things I'm mostly concerned to put the real environment that we need to project in the game itself. So this is a platform, technical platforms. I'm just projecting you. It can be done in Android, iOS, and tablet and PC. So these are the technicalities. So we use Unreal Engine. These are mainly Niagara VFX, Lumen, Nanit. I'll explain you the technicalities, but first we'll go the character wise. So exploring characters and their arcs in Clyster. Okay, so for this particular slide, we have created a documentation. I'll show you. So mainly Leo is a person was created by both Einstein and Newton in a lab called Neoterra, in an Earth-like environment called Neoterra. So we have written a small script for this thing, if you don't mind. So narration. In the beginning, there was not one world, but two worlds in symmetry, separated by entropy. From these echoes, a soul was born, not of man, but of a reason and dream. You awaken. Leo was awakened in that in an AI research facility, and where Wolfcat will be helping Leo on escaping from that particular dimension. And we have created five chapters into this based on the snippet that you have sent. So here Leo was created, and Wolfcat was helping him to memorize his memories and everything. The theme was "You're not your origin, but your choices." We have created the detailed explanation of each and every chapter also, but I'm just giving you the brief explanation. The forgotten biome. Here, the Tracy, the blue-eyed girl, will help him on having the combat with the beasts or mutants and travel through the portals of the twin universes. Corrupted clone of, there is a mini boss called Corrupted Clone of Leo. He used to defeat that. And coming to the chapter 3, uh, where he travels through mirror dimensions. And we used to, my thought was to put few puzzles based on uh, the logic or the spiritual questions to put as a puzzles for this thing. And majorly three laws of Kleister. Nothing exists with contrast. Truth splits the observer. God is a equation not yet solved. Chapter 4, Wasteland of Will. Antagonist is Marcus, where Miss Suling, red-eyed fellow, will help him. And we can choose the logic, compassion, or action in between these three things based on the laws. But the three laws of Kleister. Okay. And the fifth chapter is the core chapter where we defeat Marcus. And Leo learns he's not just a creature, but a bridge between all worlds. The missing K in Kleister. So we have a detailed explanation of these five chapters also. If you want, I can go through that. So this is a
Yes,
script that we
could
have
you
written
do
for
that
only
and
chapter.
go through that, please? Yeah, thank you.
Sorry?
Yes, I would like you to go through each of those chapters in a bit more detail. I love it. I love what you're presenting so
Okay,
far. Thank you.
okay. So, chapter one, Genesis, who made me? Because Leo has a question, who has made him? So, he's just a creature, right? I mean, created by Newton and Einstein, right? So, he has multiple questions. Basically, as a philosopher or based on the book and based on the documentary that you have done, you are mentioning a lot of questions. The same thing, Leo also has a lot of questions of why I was created, why this universe, and why I am meant to be. So, by solving these things, Leo awakens inside a cryopod, greeted by Einstein echo monologue, warning of a collapsing reality and lost time. After short vision, Wolfcat telepathically urges him to run the facility to under siege. Mission overview. The awakening. Tutorial. Movement, interaction, camera sounds. Leo explores the lab with bare hands as weapons. And I'm just going through visualization. Just visualize what I'm telling. Encounters first mutant drone in ruined corridors. Wolfcat. Strike not with hate, but with force, both of purpose. Guided by Wolfcat, Wolfcat appears physically and fight alongside Leo. Introduce combo, combat, punch, grab, slam kind of features we need. I mean, it's small visual things. As enemies drop loot, Leo pick up. Mutants grow stronger the closer Leo gets to the portal. Combat mechanism light, heavy attack, dodge, parry, finishes, puzzle, locked portals. Leo reaches the portal room, a massive ring shaped structure like a portal, flickering and broken. A console nearby blinks. Portal inactive. Parts missing. Access locked. Power insufficient. What should we do? And it's a kind of a cinematic experience I'm giving you. Sorry for that. So Wolfcat explains the world runs on entropy. Only the fallen feed the flame now. You must fight and must think. Objective. Keep five parts of the portal scattered in different rooms or zones. Each part is a puzzle locked inside. Where in these five puzzles, we're supposed to include that spiritual context or some kind of knowledge-based questions or puzzles into this. My thought. It's my thought. So, laser reflection chamber, gravity shift tunnel, color-coded DNA lock puzzle, time loop corridor, logic match memory sequence. Each room contains enemies. The race against collapse. After collecting three parts, tremors shake the lab. Temporal instability rising. World collapse in T minus 6 minutes. Fight through final mutant wave. Insert each part into the portal frame. Solve the final circuit connection puzzle under pressure. Final cinematic portal activation. As Leo activates the last circuit, the portal spins up. Through it, he sees a distant jungle rim glowing green behind him. Walls collapse and fire erupts. So basically, as per my thought that I want to include five elements into this: fire, water, uh, earth, thunder, and air. So these kind of five different environments I want to put in different realms where he crosses through the portals. So end of chapter one. Summary. So this is a content. Combat, puzzle, time-based portal assembly. Tools and items. These are the tools: pipe and pistols. Puzzles, enemies, mutants, story focus, awakening, identity, escape, urgency, team. Creation is a question. Mainly, the first chapter theme is creation is a question. Escape is not salvation. Progression, karma plus combat XP, unlock psychic ability, tree to in chapter 2. So, in this particular chapter, we can include the God points also and do that franchise stuff too. Is this chapter one is good so that I can
All right.
continue with chapter
So
two?
before you go on chapter two, I'd like to a few questions. So I love the concept that you put forward. So a couple of things. As I mentioned to you, I like us to create a cryptocurrency, which is the token, the God token, because my goal is to make the God, as you know, I want to conquer the world. I want to make everything that we do the biggest thing that's ever happened. So I want to make the God token the next Bitcoin thing. So, so that way, who controls the money controls the world, right? We know that, right? So beyond
Yeah.
this, that's why I suggested the God token. Now, can you guys create a God token or a token, a crypto? It could be God token, it could KLYSTAR, whatever the crypto currency. Can you develop that currency as well? Not just for the game, but beyond the game.
Beyond the game, we thought of doing that. I mean, me and Srikanth has discussed about we can do that Ethereum kind of stuff. So we have researched on that also. But as we have
Okay.
concluded that first we will start with the
Yeah,
game
so
and we
that
will
is
go.
something I would like us to create because I want us obviously beyond because the God token is obviously allows the players to, as I mentioned to you, to monetize their game as well and use it to purchase merchandise, every other aspect. So it is a now. So that's number one. Second question I have is what happened if Leo gets killed by the mutant animals or he doesn't solve a puzzle? What happens? Will the game revert back to the beginning, so play has to begin, or will Leo just get stuck in the chamber that he can't solve? So what happens if, like I said, either Leo gets killed or he just can't solve the puzzle? What's the premise on that?
So, Leong, honestly, first I want to show you this thing. If you agreed with this thing, then I'll go with that killing part or whatever
No, I
that
love
you have
chapter
mentioned.
one. I love how you bred in the five elements. The avatar
Thank you.
elements. The wind, fire. That I absolutely adore. In fact, I'm going to send you more material of how I also have the five element incorporated into the
Okay.
KLYSTAR world. I've not shared that with you again, so that's why when I saw that, I'm like, oh, you guys have been reading my mind. So I'm going to send you details. So I love that. Uh, philosophy that you're playing in the age time, the duality, the five elements, which plays a very, very, as you know, a very, very strong part in Eastern culture. Especially in Chinese. Obviously, I don't claim to be an expert on Indian culture, so I don't know whether the five elements plays an important part in the Indian, but definitely in the Chinese and the Eastern culture, the five element. As I said, in the movie Avatar, you have the five element in that. So it is well known here in the Western culture as well because of the Avatar, the movies and all that stuff. So I absolutely adore. So so yes, is from what I've seen and read on chapter one, it is beautiful. Any comment from you, Andrea, before we let Sanjay move on?
I'm loving it so far. I really like that they are mixing the puzzles with the action because it's good to have both for entertainment purposes. Overall, I like it all. Let's keep
Yeah.
hearing what he has. I have the same question as you. I was wondering the same thing, like what happens, like it restarts. But let's
Yeah.
let's hear their
Yeah,
proposal.
the
I
other
like
thing I slightly have is in the book, Wolfcat is a giant mix between obviously a wolf and like a lion type animal. So in one of your things, you said that the Wolfcat explains. So again, anything's possible, but the Wolfcat is actually just a beast that is physically dominating, so it can't actually speak. But again, we can
To be
discuss
honest,
that
Leo,
with.
I prefer this approach. I love the mystical part of Leo being telepathy connected to the wolf cat.
Well, that's what I'm
I love
saying.
that.
So
So
yeah,
I
so
know it's not the
one,
original story, but I really
yeah,
love
but that's what I'm saying is that is again, you read my mind there. So instead of the wolf cat, speaking like a talking animal, like Dr. Doolittle, maybe he has a connection between Leo. So the messages are telepathically exchanged, and that's how the explanation is done. In fact, if you read the book, uh, the wolf cat may actually be an imagination So it's unclear in the actual novel whether the Wookiee actually exists or not, or whether it's actually an imagination of Leo's mind that he created this persona. So I made it deliberately unclear in the actual novel whether the Wookiee. The reason why I left it that is I sort of put the persona that the Wookiee potentially could be the Leo's own mind, that he is himself the beast, that he's created this beast to protect himself. So, so that follows into Andrea's perception that the communication between the Wookiee and Leo is telepathic. So obviously, again, that telepathic, it falls into that premise that the Wookiee is actually just in Leo's imagination, and it's his mind that is actually answering himself and protecting himself. But again, anyway, enough of comment, but we love it, Sanjay. So we'll let you carry on. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Coming to chapter 2 is the Forgotten Biome, final expanded version. When time flows backwards, what remains of truth? Mission flows, revised scene by scene, echoing crew, objective, explore the biome and search for the time relay tower. Wolfcat leads Leo by his telepathic way or some kind of other way through a wrapped jungle filled with the reverse physics. Mutated wildlife behave strangely. Attack happens before the moment. Environment clues suggests this place was once human designed. Leo encounters Echo Mutant and must dodge their primitive attacks, use pattern recognition to understand reverse logic, survive long enough to reach a shattered memory terminal. Puzzle 1, Echo Reflection. Leo finds a floating shrine in the stone grove. Here, a fragment of holographic scenes swirl in the air. Echo tiles, representing a broken timeline. Puzzle mechanism. Rearranging these tiles to reconstruct a sequence of past events in reverse. The solution reveals that this biome was once a botanical research colony that collapsed when time broke. Wolfcat. Even paradise decay when time forgets when it flows. Solving the puzzle gives Leo a map fragment showing a relatable location. Scene 2. The Protector domain. On reaching the ancient house tree, Leo faces a tower protector, a masked time anchored sentinel. Boss battle highlights. Fight is temporal disruption zones, summons past projections of Leo, requires mid fight light beam puzzle to disable shield. After a difficult battle, Leo defeats the protector and observes the temporal core. He plugs the core into a relay, but time doesn't relay yet. Coming to scene 3, the emotion lock gate. With the protector down, a new path opens. A vine covered ancient door glowing with blue aura. Wolf quiet. The physical path ends here. Now comes to the emotional one. Emotional lock. An old hologram place. A research NPC watches his family disappear due to time collapse. The memory plays in reverse. Jumbled and emotional fracture. Puzzle goal. Reconstruct the NPC, correct emotional response timeline. Grief, panic, acceptance. Select based on visuals, voice tone, and motion cues. Use empathy pulse to stabilize emotional feels. Tracy. Memories are not data, they are feelings. Solving it restores most emotional resonance to the environment. The portal glows faintly again. Scene 4. First real meeting with Tracy. Location. A moss covered temple just beyond the unlocked gate. Leo enters, quiet, clearing. Time finally feels normal. Tracy, a calm figure with glowing blue eyes, sits among the root of the ancient tree. She radiates warmth and strength. She speaks softly but firmly. Tracy dialogue, key moments. You're not broken, Leo. You're blank. And that's not the same. In this world, what matters is not what you remember, but how you feel when you do. Einstein gave you numbers. Newton gives you form. I gave you one thing. The others didn't meaning. Tracy role emotional compass. Inside of the KLYSTAR universe, emotional energy layer. Perspective on Leo's origin, not to the product. of logic, but a vessel of compassion and potential. She introduced Leo to empathy pulse upgrade, FX puzzle, stunt enemies in more conflict zones, seek knowledge only, boost logic and emotional detachment. Final cinematic alignment of time. The relay tower actives fully. Sky shifts from reverse hues to natural golden light. Past animal, plants, and shadows are restored. Tracy walks beside Leo towards the portal, where we can see chapter 2 fully integrated. We end this chapter 2 here.
Beautiful.
We have any?
Just to tie it in with the five element, the reason why I gave Leo's love interest the colored eye is to actually represent the elements as well. So you capture it. So Tracy has the blue eye, so she actually represents water. Uh, Niana has green eyes, and she represents the earth. And Su Lin has the red eye, and she represents the fire. So again, it plays into that the five element role that you have. So the three women that are in the novel actually represent water, earth, and fire. So obviously, the Wukong and Leo represent the other two elements. So yeah, so it ties in beautifully, and I love chapter 2. Any comments, Andrea?
That's right now.
Basically, chapter 2 runs on the complete emotional and knowing Leo himself path kind of stuff.
So yeah, so you got chapter 3 you want to show?
Yeah, it's a twin universe lab. Okay, a step into a reflection. Oh, just give me a minute.
Why, what happened?
Give the steps.
Sanjay,
Okay. I
Sanjay, you want me
mean,
to do this?
yeah, you can go on.
Why, what happened here is being panic, right?
Okay, the thing
Well,
is,
sorry.
okay, shall I continue?
Yeah, of course, if you want. If you're kind of confident, you can go ahead. So you can clearly articulate.
So here the
Just
theme is when logic is mirror, can truth ever be the whole? Leo steps through the portal and lands on a floating glass platform, suspended in a cosmic void. Below him lies a twin city, two versions of a same world, one upright, radiant in green light, the other inverted, cold and green. The space between flickers and shifting data. Wolfcat echoing from telepathic way. This is a realm of minds where formulas rule and feelings fade. So this completely mathematical kind of chapter this is. Okay. Suddenly a hologram clone of Leo, glowing with a cold logic, mimicking his movement, but empty of soul. It watches then vanishes. Arrival of train windows. Leo travels floating bridges, glitching logic cubes, and broken terminals. Objective central logic node. Twin access to twin consciousness system, a gateway sealed by balance between emotion and reason. On his path, he faced logic, void traps, and enemies that learns his pattern. The thinking beast. Leo battles intelligent enemies in the environment that rewards unpredictability. Logic sentinel, enemy, reversal beast, echo clones, wolfcat. They ain't attacking to win. They're attacking to teach you who you were actually. Puzzle 1. Quantum Bridge. In the rotating glass demo, Leo must align floating mirror cubes to form a stable bridge. Every movement alters both the real world and the inverted twin. The bridge forms only when symmetry is achieved across dimension. You cannot teach truth by moving only forward. Sometimes you must reflect. Solving it unlocks access to deeper lab chamber. Emotional key. Leo enters holographic chamber, contains two cores, one glowing red and blue. The terminal
so
awaits input 12
motion and
gates
also
linked with
indicates
logic.
logic.
Yeah.
That's you should explain.
Some gates are active based on Leo past decisions. Other puzzle 2. Twin logic gate puzzle. Must route energy between emotion and logic processing. Choice from chapter 1 and 2 affects which gate active. Spade, corrupted clone, emotion gate on, protected Tracy, empathy secured unlocked. System message, unlocking path is consciousness, synthesizing heart and mind. Solving it unlocks a neural gate core. Scene 4, meeting Niana. Inside a massive spherical chamber, Leo meets Niana, a green holographic projection, poised, elegant, scientific. Her voice is calm and analytical, yet holds Gracie. You were not in the core, Leo. You were the test. Can soul and logic coexist? Can empathy withstand analysis? To answer that, you must face yourself. She unlocks the final chamber, where Leo must confront the two echoes. Boss battle, the twin echo. Leo descends in the fractal arena, where his reflection, now fully formed, awaits. Twin echo. Remove the variable. Eliminate the anomaly. Conquer the chaos. The battle is mentally reactive. The twin echo mirror Leo Prayer's strategies. Dodges if you repeat moves. Uses Leo Karma. Choices as attack. Leo must use mirror dash, trigger environment traps, cognitive shift, and empathy pulse. Final, mainly, the truth revealed. The twin echo collapse into scattered code. The vault open. Inside, recorded hologram of Einstein Newton. Newton, give him structure. He is a chaos incarnate. Einstein, no, give him uncertainty. Let him become. Leo hears, you are not the goal. You were the question. The portal to the next realm flickers open, a place of smoke, sand, steel, and ruin. You are stable now, Leo, but the next realm will break you what you have become. So this is end of our chapter.
Well, it's very clear that you put a lot of thought into this, gentlemen. It's I am really, really, amazed by just how much effort and thinking you put into there. It is outstanding. That's all the compliment that I can put forward to you, and I want to thank you for the clarity that you put into this game project. I love it. I just absolutely adore it. Andrea, any comment on chapter 3, which
Oh,
I love. This one resonates a lot to me. I have to admit, for whatever reason, but this is a beautiful chapter.
no, I really want them to keep going. I want more and more
Yeah.
of them.
So
I want
yeah.
to go
So let's
through the
go.
whole
Carry
thing.
on. Thank you,
Please.
Sanjay. Carry on, Shrikant. Beautiful.
Thanks, Sanjay.
So this is a fourth chapter, opening cinematic crashing into chaos. Leo emerges from the portal. Is it, I mean, good? I mean, is it a good way that I am narrating, or should I improve myself? I just need a feedback from you guys.
So,
No,
Yeah, Leon.
it's beautiful. The way you're narrating it
Actually,
is
I'm not a,
exactly like a story
yeah.
I thought. It is beautiful.
Okay.
so
So don't change
now
anything. Don't change anything. It's beautiful.
yeah,
So yeah, carry on.
Liang is little panicking and he was little like kind of nervous. So that's what we should motivate him to that he's doing good. So his narration is good as per my feedback. So what do you say?
I love the cinematic aspect of it because it helps me visualize it. So it's really, really helpful to have him explain the cinematic thing because it makes us see it in our heads. So yeah, you're doing great. Please keep
Thank
going.
you,
Thank you.
Andrea.
Thank you.
Sanjay, go
Thank
ahead,
you.
please.
So Leo emerges from a portal and is immediately blasted by a scorching red wind. He stumbles into a shattered landscape, collapsed towers, burning skies, floating war machines, and field litter with broken tech and bones. Wolfcat, weakened wing. This place was once a future. Now it feeds on power. Marcus lives here, the main villain, not the rule. But to resist what he lost, a hologram plays midair, Marcus standing above a city in ruins. Marcus recorded. Let them call it destruction. I call it cleansing. Weakness will not inherit anything. Suddenly, gunfire erupts. Leo is pulled behind cover by a defiant, battle scared woman, swilling red eye glowing with fire. Swilling, you're not God. Not yet. But maybe you are the bullet that hits one. Mission flows, scene by scene. Scene 1. Survive no man's zone. Escape the frontline battlefield. Reach the underground resistance bunker. Gameplay. Players now face constant pressure from revolving drones, flame mechs, and ambushes. Terrain is destructible. Sandstorms changes visibility. Power is survival. Environment traps, landmines, EMP burns, and collapsing bridges. Enemies introduced. Fireborne rivers, will walkers, echo tanks, judgment towers. Tips: use cognitive shift to temporal exit, scanning fields or bypass kill zones in dark realm. Scene 2: Meeting Suling. Inside a hidden bunker, lit with red holographic, Leo meets Suling properly. The other gave you thought and love. I'll give you pain and freedom, she explains. Marcus was once a scientist, like Leo, but rejected balance. Marcus created the wasteland by removing all laws. It's just a kind of a flashback that she's telling, believing power alone defines truth. Suling reads a fractured resistance of thinker, lover, and orphan. She wants Leo to choose a side. Suling, I don't want you to save us. I want you to fight with us. She gives Leo an entropy cannon, a weapon that destabilizes enemy tech by overloading logic. The pillar of power. Objective: destroy Marcus' signal spires, which reinforce his control over the wasteland. Puzzle combat zones. Each tower is guarded by a hybrid puzzle combat arena. Signal spare A, spare B, spare C. Puzzle mechanics, enemy integration. Routes unstable energy current across ruins. Defend while solving capacitor maze. Decode Marcus space logic. Enemy spawns based on wrong answers. Emotion overload circuit. Use empathy pulse to stabilize system. As Leo destroys each, Marcus taunts him via hologram. Marcus, you could have been God beside me. Instead, you choose shackles called empathy. Scene 4: Marcus Fortress, the throne of cinders. Leo and Suling infiltrate the cracked citadel. Marcus' lair built from twisted machinery and burning stone. Enemies intensify. Clone soldiers, sentiment, firewall, and psychic control. Suling fights along Leo with flame blade and will based on kinetic strikes. One choice forces Leo to sacrifice power or pursue compassion. Save civilian. Lose cannon temporarily. Ignore. Gain an extra attack buff with damage karma. Final boss, Marcus, the Broken King. Leo confronts Marcus, who wear a corrupted exo-frame made from twisted memories. Marcus. They built us to balance the universe. I decided to tip the scale. Phase 1. Marcus used will forge weapons, launching psychological attack. Leo must defend against emotional based projectile, fear and anger. Phase 2. Marcus pulls Leo into a memory storm. Battle take place inside Leo's own mind. He will fight with himself. Inside his brain. Flashes with chapter 1 and 3. Marcus splits into three ideological avatars: dominance, raw strength, freedom, chaos, survival, calculated purity. Leo must defeat all three using blend of swilling support, environment traps, combined logic empathy will combat. Final cinematic shattered the crown. Marcus collapsed. Mask shattered. Before he dies, he looks at Leo one time. Marcus, you're not balanced. You are the brave. I was wrong. And so we are there. Leo chooses mercy. Gains swelling full trust. Execution unlock brutal ending path. The wasteland resets. Flame resets. Ruin crumble into dust. Swelling. He ruled with fire, but you burn brighter. The portal opens. Strange, golden, and humming with divine resonance. Chapter 4 ending this.
What an end.
Beautiful. I love the way you inject these philosophical words yourself. You're obviously a poet, Sanjay, or Shikan, whoever wrote these very poetic verses. You're a man of many of talent beyond just the technical side. You obviously have a very strong spiritual and poetic side as well, as obviously my wife. Andrea, any comments on chapter 4 before we go on to the last chapter?
I loved it.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. Every
Thank you.
chapter is just absolutely outstanding. So we'll let you finish the last chapter, Sanjay?
Uh,
Sanjay, కొంచెం
the core of
explain.
creation. This is the last chapter where we have put everything into this last chapter. To meet God, it is become him or destroy him. Opening cinematic, entry a divine realm.
Mm-hmm.
Leo steps through a golden portal, final stage, emerging into an infant, white plane of shifting colors, vibrating frequencies, and floating structure. There is no ground, no sky, only layers of thoughts. Wolfcat final voice. You have reached the center, not on the world, but of yourself. There was KLYSTAR end or begins. Symbols float in the air, echoes of Einstein, Newton, Tracy, Niana, and swirling whispers fragments of truth. Each step reveals memory and myth. Mission flows scene by scene. The fractured hall of origins reconstruct your identity from fragmented memories. Leo walks through the massive crystalline hallway, where scenes from chapter 1 to 4 plays as broken reflections. Each memory is incomplete. Only by making peace which with them does he restore them. Puzzle, memory resonance trials. Select the correct emotion, logic, or will response to the scenario. The corrupted clone of from chapter 2 is Leo itself, the mini boss. Corrupted clone. Traces trust. Marcus final play. Failing creates hostile emotion projections. Narrative test. Leo learns that KLYSTAR was not person or machine, but a self-correcting algorithm to restore balance in twin universes. So Leo was built as a final variable, a quantum soul capable of making moral decisions in broken system. The God equation wasn't a formula; it was a choice. Give, observe, decide. Einstein echo. You were the equation missing symbol. You were born to obey, but to choose. Scene 2. Trial to self. Leo enters a mirror chamber and faces a version of himself from every chapter. Chapter 1. Confused, angry Leo. Chapter 2. Empathetic Leo. Chapter 3. Cold, logic Leo. Chapter 4. Vengeful Leo. Each version attacks with power from a chapter Leo missed. Choose to embrace, resist, or merge with each aspect. Each choice affects the final form Leo takes. Puzzle. Soul alignment dial. Turn a dial with three axes. Emotion, logic, will. Player aligns with dial based on choices throughout the game. That determines Leo's soul spectrum. Final class role. Sage, seeker, architecture, breaker. Final encounter. The voice beyond time. A celestial presence appears. Not a boss, but a being of a pure energy. The echo of the original creator now fragmented. The voice, I created world and abandoned them. You were the correction, not the answer. But the acting is as the universe is dying to you. So this is final.
Uh, w- mm, do we have
Well,
a question or an affirmation?
Sorry?
I want to congratulate you before we go into the thing on just what an outstanding piece of work you have created. Seriously, I wasn't expecting anything of this magical, and I use such word. Truly, like I said to you, what you have done and combining the thoughts. There's nothing there that I found that I did not love. Every chapter, the way you laid it out was perfect. The way the story gravitate, the inclusion of each of the main players, everything. Like I said to you, it is beyond what I was expecting. This is really, really outstanding. This seriously, I could not have thanked you more. Not just the way you laid it out, but how you put your heart into it, which obviously shows by each of the statement, each of the poetic verses that you incorporated is absolutely outstanding. This is I'm lost for words, even though I say I bet, but I have to congratulate you, Sanjay and Shrikant, for absolutely amazing concept that you put together for KLYSTAR the game. As far as I'm concerned, this game, again, obviously I'm biased, but this game will ignite the world. It will dominate the world. So I'm literally again, whether you take my my bias into account, is still outstanding, and I have to congratulate you. Like I said to you, I could not have wanted a better idea of what a game should be, but this is perfect what you have put together. So I'll let Andrea comment, and then we can. Now I have another Zoom in 13 minutes, so we're gonna have to close this out. But this is absolutely amazing. Again, congratulations, Andrea. Over to you. Any comment?
Listen, this is indeed beyond expectations. I loved it. I loved the narrative, the storyline, how you guys thought all those details out. And of course, we could talk about details, but truly, I loved it. I love the whole idea. I love how you put the compassion and the empathy. As Leon said, you guys are poets. It's amazing work. It's really, really exciting. So you guys really blew our minds today,
Yeah,
and we didn't
so
expect
you
that.
captured it.
Yeah,
So
you totally
Andrea and I
captured it.
are giving the thumbs up in that this is the game. I don't see any reason to change it, to adapt it. My only thing, as I mentioned to you, I would like to incorporate the God token in there. I think that is a way for us to really monetize it. So when this game really take off, I want our God token to be the universal crypto, beyond in Bitcoin. Bitcoin has its issues, even though it's the big money digital currency. I want us to dominate that field. I literally want us to dominate every area. But the way the story, when I send you this recording, I'm also going to send you a little script on the five elements. Like I said, earth, water, fire, air, wood. I also did a little article on how those five elements relate to the five universal forces of nature. Now, you may hear scientists call it the four forces because they put electromagnetism as one. But I'm an old man. In my days, when I was studying physics, actually, electricity and magnetism were separated as forces. So it was, to me, the five forces was electricity, magnetism, gravity, the strong force, and the weak force. And I actually did a little article that relates to the five elements. I'll send you that article so you can read it. But the five element that you played in there is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, so I can't, normally I can pick little problems, but in this one, it is just so beautiful and literally a piece, a master. What you put together in itself is a masterpiece. That's the biggest compliment I can lay for you. So Shrikant, how do you want to move forward on this? We give this, like I said here, I can't, like I said to you, make any changes to it because this literally is a masterpiece that you already put together. That's all I can say. So Shrikant.
Yes, Liang, thank you so much for this great feedback. So we are so much excited and we are very, very happy that we could very good job, and it's worth of putting our efforts across to make it this documentation and all. So thank you so much, Andrea. Thank you, Liang. We loved it, and when I say feedback, it's kind of boosting to us. So definitely we'll congratulate each other. Sanjay, congrats. Aryan,
Thanks,
congrats.
thanks.
And congrats to me also. So thank you so much, guys. I mean, you guys know it. So Liang, let's. It's a ball is in your court now. So you let us know how we can move for next level, next steps. So
Okay,
it's our.
so the concept of the game, the way it's laid out, I don't want to change it. I think the way you laid out the game in the five platform is absolutely perfect. So
Yes.
the game concept is beautiful. So we're at a stage now where we need to discuss how we work together, all right, as a collaborator. As I mentioned, so there's a two approach, is that you're just a gun for hire, you get paid what you do, and then away you go. And Andrea and I and our partners will take all the glory and all the money, and we'll sail into sunset. Okay. From shaking your head, I see that you want a true partnership, that you want ownership of
Yes.
KLYSTAR the game, which, to be honest with you, you deserve it, because I don't think anyone on this planet. Now, I consider myself a genius, as arrogant as it sounds, because I'm Leo, the character, super smart and all that stuff, and people know that. but even I could not have come up with such a game concept as you guys. So if I'm the genius in this game, you guys are way over powering on that concept. So obviously that's something that we have to discuss exactly how we work, Clive, because I want to work with you. From what you relay now, like I said, there is no other team that I can see that could do justice to this game, to be honest with you. So we have to discuss how we work on this. Work, like I said, as a gun for hire or as a partnership. I think the partnership is the right approach. So we need to structure it so that it is fair to all parties. I mean, obviously to your party who's put this concept together and could put the time and effort into there, and we have to discuss what the compensation in terms of the equity share in KLYSTAR, the ownership, the copyright. If this is not it, but when we turn this into a multi-billion-dollar entity, we got to make sure that the right partners are. I obviously only want the right partner to have ownership of KLYSTAR. KLYSTAR, like I say, is my life, my picture, and that's why right now I keep saying Andrea is my KLYSTAR partner. But you guys potentially will be a great asset to KLYSTAR as well, and that's why I love the poetry, the soul. I'm a scientist, but I love the arts, and you guys have combined the technology with, like I said to you, the spiritual aspect. And I love the way that you, on each chapter, you add your own philosophical, poetic words in there, which just highlights each of those chapters. So it just showed me that you put a lot of thought and effort into it. So let's, Shrikant, I suggest we discuss and negotiate, okay, moving forward, what the relationship is, so that when we sign an agreement, we are fully aware of what each party put onto the table, and more importantly, what each party will own in terms of the rights to KLYSTAR. And I said to you, obviously, the goal is, if you own KLYSTAR, it's not just KLYSTAR the game. It'll be KLYSTAR, the movie, KLYSTAR, the God token, KLYSTAR everything. So it goes beyond just the game platform itself. So that's something that I will discuss with Andrea, and you discuss with your team. And like I said, let's discuss and let's negotiate and let's make this thing happen, because the world is in need. So what you read through those chapters, the world is suffering right now, as I'm sure you guys all know, the conflict there. So God has brought us at the right time. So we're not just developing a game, we're developing a path forward for humanity. Like you said, that hope, that's what humanity needs. And that's what we're actually building. It is more than just a game. Okay. So I will discuss this with my wife, and then I will discuss this, Shrikant. You should discuss it with your team. And then you and I will discuss, and we'll come to some sort of, I believe, agreeable arrangement, and that we can go forward and sign a contract to move us forward on this. But this is absolutely amazing. And again, congratulations to your team. It's truly outstanding. Seriously, that's the only word. I mean, I can't even describe it. It's beyond words. It's beyond words, truthfully. So thank you again. Much peace and love to you all. And my KLYSTAR blessing to you all as well. All right. God bless. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Dan. Thanks, Andrea.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.